Here's another thing I wanted to get to is, yeah. This was fascinating. Obviously, this video is 40 minutes long. There's no way we can play the whole thing. There is a theory. I have heard so many theories about The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining, not that masterpiece that was made later by Stephen King, that instead of amazing director and an amazing actor, this is wait a minute. Why can't I fucking? This is Jack Nicholson. You don't want a great actor like Jack Nicholson and a great director like Stanley Kubrick. You want Stephen King right there, making sure everything goes smooth. And the guy from Wings, the younger brother from Wings, that's The Shining, not the one we all remember. But I've heard a lot of theories, some of which actually say that Kubrick, who was instrumental in faking the moon landing, Kubrick is such a great cinematographer, or director, and we saw what he did in 2001, A Space Odyssey, that NASA said, could you please fake our moon landing? We need you. And he said, okay, I'll do it. So he started feeling like guilty about it or something and wanted his fans and people, the world, to know that he had indeed faked the video and film of the moon landing. So he put clues in The Shining. There's a bunch of clues in The Shining that he faked the moon landing. You might remember little Danny's sweater had Apollo 11 on it. And there's a bunch of things that supposedly do that. I didn't really believe that one. Buzz Aldrin will punch you in the face if you say that. I'll tell you someone who shouldn't be punched in the face, the great Chrissie Mayr.
Oh.
Look at you. Have you watched The Shining?
I have.
Have.
Oh, yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times. Great movie. Now, from years of watching this, I have been under the impression, as have, I believe, the vast majority of people that have watched it, that the hotel is haunted in some way. It gets into Jack Torrance, Jack Nicholson, and drives him crazy, makes him murderous. He chases his wife, his kid, and he freezes out in the maze after his wife heroically gets little Danny out in the snowcat.
Now it's one of the most classic memes, like him sitting in the snow.
Oh, it's so good. And again, Kubrick is just amazing. That fucking movie reeks of brilliance and Stanley Kubrick. The scenes, I always say that if you could tell who directed a movie by looking at it, no sound, just look and go, oh, that's Kubrick. What is that? It's like the same colors.
Right.
It's the same cameras that are available to everyone for the most part. Why can I look at that and go, oh, that looks like Kubrick? Everything's in impeccable focus.
Yeah.
And it's very stark, and the contrast is... Spielberg's like that, too.
Wes Anderson, you can tell right away.
Wes Anderson. You could tell that. Hitchcock, of course, was an amazing director, and you could tell certain directors, they direct things, and you're like, what? Who? I couldn't tell.
Then you know for sure it's
Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. He loves his girly feet. So Kubrick is just an amazing, and he's not a guy that would just go, oh, there's a continuity problem. Oh, forget it. No big deal. Oh, a chair was in that scene.
It's late.
Now they switch to a face view of someone, and we go back to that, and the chair's missing. Don't worry. That's not Kubrick. Everything is done on purpose. Here's the theory. It's called the Wendy Theory.
Oh, I've heard this.
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
I'm not going to ruin it, but
it's amazing.
It's really fascinating.
This theory is that Wendy is fucking nuts. She hallucinates and has psychotic delusions that she's seeing things. Jack isn't a murderer. Mm-hmm. He's not trying to kill her or the kid. She's thinking this.
She's like exaggerating every conflict, every...
It's in her head. Mm-hmm. And whenever she's in a delusion where she's seeing something, something's missing from the scene.
Oh, like the chair.
Yes, the chairs. The sticker on Danny's door in his bedroom when he has his first kind of attack.
Oh, I didn't see about the sticker.
The room when the old lady is in the room and Danny comes down and his neck is bruised and his sweater is there. She goes, "There's a crazy person in the hotel. She's the crazy person. She did it." That's why Danny's so fucked up. He can't even say Mom did this.
If this were made in 2021, Danny would be trans.
Yes, of course, Danielle.
Danielle, like, Mommy made me wear this dress.
My son is a little confused about his sexuality. That's what it would be.
Danny is a queer, Mrs. Torrance.
To paint his nails.
You're just transphobic, Mrs. Torrance. Yeah. Now, this whole thing, she just comes up. She's imagining this entire conversation. Jack is just sitting there. She's not saying anything. She's staring at him. And she's not talking right now. So Jack is just like, what?
What?
She's imagining everything. Now, look, the chair is missing.
Yeah. For what reason would that ever have been struck from the scene?
Right.
Like from the set. There's no reason.
Right. And Kubrick isn't one to just go, oh, no one will know. There. Now, he's really there. And he was explaining some stuff of what he's doing. But she's nuts. And then when he goes, get the fuck out of here. And then the scene they show of him right after, he says, get the fuck out of here. She leaves. The next scene is him, not mad, not all disheveled, and the paper's back in the typewriter because he never ripped it out. Look, he looks fine. Now, that's the face of a husband that knows his wife's crazy, and she just came over and stared at him and walked away. And now he's like,
concerned, yeah.
What the fuck? Dude, it makes sense. The Wendy Theory. This is a 40-minute video that I highly recommend if you're a fan of The Shining to watch this. I'm going to watch The Shining tonight with this new thing in mind. See, he rips up the paper, but he didn't do this.
Yeah,
again,
she's got to tiptoe. She's got to walk on eggshells. This is a great movie to watch if you have a crazy bitch in your life that blames you for everything.
Her delusion, her seeing things that she thinks is happening. She's paranoid that her husband is a homicidal maniac when she is actually the mental patient. And some of her thoughts about the environment isn't right. That's why certain things will be missing. There won't be a light switch on the wall. There'll be something missing from here, a decoration. The carpet is different. There were constant signals in this movie that she's not quite grasping. The lamp. There was another lamp on the table. You don't forget two lamps. Right. This is so fucking cool of a theory. It's the best because like I said, I've heard a lot of theories about The Shining.
Is he dead?
Kubrick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm friends with his daughter on Twitter. Maybe I'll ask her.
Oh. Stanley Kubrick's daughter.
I think her name's Veronica. I should know.
Veronica Kubrick.
Something with it.
Yeah, dude, it's just such a good, plausible theory. Because, by the way, it involves nothing supernatural. This is something that could absolutely have happened. And they point out things like, well, Mr. Halloran. Why would Mr. Halloran come back? Danny never has The Shining, by the way. That's another one of her delusions. Mr. Halloran comes back and he says to the gas station guy, well, the people we got turned out to be unreliable assholes. They were, the Torrances. Mr. Torrance, Jack Torrance, calls up the guy that he had the interview with and says, we have to go. We have a medical emergency. My wife is going crazy. And Mr. Halloran shows up. He doesn't get killed. She imagines he gets killed with the axe. And then the snowcat that they escape in is facing the wrong way when she walks out there until she sees it. Then it's facing the right way again, the way it was facing when Halloran pulled up in it.
You have to watch it so many times to even start. Like, if someone hadn't made that video breaking it down, like, you can see that movie so many times and not.
No, I've seen it 1,000 times, and I've never seen enough to break it down the way they did. And I think it's fucking awesome. I think it is.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so check it out. It's called The Wendy Theory. Very cool.